I remember when you and I spoke a few months ago, face to face, and one of your primary concerns, you said it unapologetically, LeBron James' happiness. You were very concerned that last year was a very difficult year. He walked around, he had an attitude. It was clear as to why that was. You weren't winning. And the number one priority was to make sure that man was happier and that y'all were moving in the right direction. As you reflect on how this season has gone thus far, although you're sitting here right now, 3 games under 500, you went 500 with the absence of Anthony Davis over those 20 games or so. Has LeBron James been happier? Do you see a better mood from LeBron James than you did last year?
I mean, unless he's winning, it's there. He's not going
Right,
to be happy. That's him. That's what
right,
drives him. And so and I could see, why he would be frustrated. We're all frustrated when, we're down four
mm,
starters and he's our only remaining starter and he's gotta show
right,
up and play. And the burden's on him and he picks everybody up and he plays, not just what he needs to do. It's as if he's two or three players
mhm,
in one and, scoring points, that it defies
mhm,
logic and it moves him even closer to becoming the greatest scorer in NBA history. And there's a reason for that because he is who he is and he
mm.
wants to win and he's doing everything that he can.
What does it mean to you, imagining pretty much the inevitable is just a couple of weeks away before this guy, if not sooner, before this guy breaks Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record. So the all-time leading scorer in NBA history was winning championships with the Los Angeles Lakers. And now that he's been retired for many years, the guy that's about to eclipse him is wearing a Lakers uniform. Can you speak to what that is going to mean to you when that happens?
It's fantastic that he is wearing a Laker uniform, but we have to look at really, this is an accomplishment of an individual. This really doesn't have anything to do with the team. This
Mm,
has to do with him and the work that he's put in, the sacrifice, the dedication.
mm,
This is about, what he's meant to the game and what the game has meant to him.
mhm,
And that is an accomplishment that he can be so proud of. And, and even when he breaks the record, everybody will stop and acknowledge the milestone. But the next thing he's going to do is get right back to work because he's got a lot of basketball in him and a lot of great things besides becoming the all-time greatest scorer.
Is that why you were so committed to making sure that he got that extension? Because you didn't want him to go away for a long time. Can you speak to that? Because from my understanding, he didn't have to sign an extension. It wasn't necessary to get it done as early as y'all did, but y'all wanted to do it anyway. Can you speak to that for a second?
Well, I mean, when you talk about Dr. Buss, what is important to him is that you take care of your talent. And, we want LeBron to retire a Laker. We want him to, be part of our story. And, his career is so legendary already.
Mhm.
And, it's great to have him part of the Laker history.
Yeah. One of the things that I said, and I want you to make sure, I just got a couple of minutes left with you. I want to make sure I said this in front of you so you'll know that it was me. And I was like, listen, Jeannie don't play. And I said, she loves herself some Rob Pelinka. That's her basketball guy. That's her decision making. But damn it, if people ain't winning, they ain't getting the job done. She is not going to stand idly by and just go with the the status quo. Somebody's got to step up and produce other than LeBron. I want you to tell my audience, was I right in saying that? Jeanie Buss doesn't play, and if changes need to be made, she will make them no matter what it takes because that's what her daddy taught her to do. Am I wrong in saying that?
I mean, that is true. And, it's sometimes it's tough in our business, but As we learned when Dr. Buss traded Shaquille O'Neal, that, you got to keep evolving and moving the team forward. Having to relieve Frank Vogel of his coaching responsibilities with the Lakers was really tough. I mean, he had just won us a championship, but for the roster that we had to make a change. Rob Pelinka has found in Darvin Ham the coach that we need for our team to move forward with this roster, and I think he's done a fabulous job.
Before I let you get on out of here, I'd be neglecting mentioning Mr. Kobe Bryant. This past Thursday marked the 3rd year anniversary of his passing. All of us get sad at just the thought of it. No matter how much somebody like myself and others have so much love for him, we miss our brother. He loved and adored you. And obviously you have a profound level of love for him as well. Can you speak to what it's been like for you guys over these last few days, knowing that the anniversary had arrived, and just recalling so many memories about the late, great Kobe Bryant?
It's, definitely a solemn time. And, it's difficult. And our new player, Hachimura, when I asked him, I met him and I asked him, have you chosen a number yet? And he said, yeah, I'm wearing number 28. And I'm like, oh, great. And he said, because of number 2 for Gianna and number 8 for Kobe.
Wow.
And I was like, this kid's going to do good. Like where his heart's at. Right. So while we're very sad, we will never forget. And, I like to focus more on, 8/24 Mamba and Mambacita Day that, as time goes on, we want to celebrate, his birth, which is August 23rd. And then the following day is Mamba and Mambacita Day. And as time goes on, we're going to make that more and more of our focus as opposed to the day we lost him.
Got you. This is the lady that is relaunching the Women of Wrestling. Wow. And that does personify Miss Jeanie Buss. Oh, by the way, I'd be remiss and neglected to. Is a congratulations appropriate? I hear the nuptials on the. Oh my goodness! Listen, Jay Moore.
Rings, but now I got this kind of ring.
Excuse me. I mean, congratulations with that. I mean, let me ask a last question that some men don't ask, but this is what a big brother or a father or somebody will ask, but I'm going to ask it. What did this man do to deserve you? Jay Moore, what did he do to deserve you, Jeanie? That's what I want to know.
He makes me laugh, and we've had our ups and downs, but we're in such a good place, and I couldn't be happier. But what really surprised me was, in 2020 when the Lakers won the championship, and I was the first woman to do it, I got cards and letters and feedback from women saying you've inspired me. Right. And when our engagement was announced, and I'm over 60 years old. And I couldn't believe the amount of feedback that I got for that women, my age and older are saying, you've just made me think that I can find love again. And that, there's something else out there for me. So I've inspired, older women now. So it's like, I am honored because of that.
Well, I got to tell you, I haven't seen him in years, but every time I've met him, he's always been a good guy to me. He's really funny. I was just watching Jerry Maguire a few weeks ago, and I remember seeing him. I was laughing about it as well. My best to him. My best to you. Thank you so much. And you're always welcome here. And I look forward to seeing you in the very near future. Matter of fact, I think you'll see me in a couple of weeks or so. So you take care of yourself, all right? We'll talk to each other then.
Okay, then you sign my book.
Yes, I will sign the book. I promise. Thank you so much, Jeanie. Appreciate you.